it's Katie, Girl About Library, and I'm here today with the BOOKTUBE Giving Tag. This tag was created by Elliot Brooks. I will link the tag video down below, and she tagged a lot of people. You should probably go check. You might be tagged in this. It's great because the point of the video is to raise money for Save the Children. I will have them linked down below. I think the goal this year is $1,000. Super reasonable, fun goal to achieve, and so links down below. I will also tag more people down below. Everyone's doing this tag, whether y'all like it or not. And just FYI, these questions are not easy. So just know that. I had to think about these, and tag videos are supposed to be like blow off videos that you don't have to think about and you can just like push out that content. Here we are. I had to pull up Goodreads. I had to like really think. So question number 1, what's a book you would give everyone if you could? This question is hard because the true answer is I wouldn't. I don't usually give books as gifts. I'll give gift cards to like a bookstore, but unless someone has mentioned a specific book, I'm not, anybody else not do that. Your personal reading choices to me are just that, they're very personal. Figuratively, I think like there's definitely a book experience I would love to give everyone. Let me unwrap my bookish gift that I made earlier for the thumbnail because that's not, okay. That would be Beartown by Frederick Bachman. This book follows a hockey team in a small town called Beartown, and the hockey team is a huge deal. Everyone is obsessed with it. It's like Friday Night Lights, but hockey. The team is finally doing well. They have this like star player who everyone is really excited about, but at a party one night, that star player rapes the daughter of the manager of the hockey team. The way that all of that goes down, the way the town finds out, the way that she copes with it, the way that everyone reacts is just so... This book will break you and it will build you better. It's so insightful. It is so like, if you usually read YA and that's like kind of your reading preference, try Beartown because a lot of the characters and the themes are very similar to what you would find in young adult literature, but I feel like some of the conversations about it and like the thematic elements are also common to adult literature. And so I think it has broad appeal and would make a good gift, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I'm just, gift giving of books like isn't my thing, which is kind of weird considering how much I love books, but I don't know. Question number 2, what's a book you couldn't give a rat's hiney about? I love that I can hear like Elliot Brooks's voice in these questions. Like there are so many, but it's also in absolutely no way personal. Kind of going back to what I said for the first question. Like this question is hard for me because I don't give a rat's hiney about a lot of books, but they're important to other people. And so I don't think it's fun to like, The first book that comes to mind for this is 50 Shades of Grey. When that book came out, I genuinely just didn't get it. I tried reading it and it was so bad. Like it just objectively, I feel like it's bad. Smut, whatever. Like not my thing. Totally find that other people like to read it. Gets people reading, which is super cool. But that book in particular, like is just not good, guys. Like, and so yeah, rat's hiney kind of sounds like a accurate description of that book. Question number 3, given that the holidays are coming, what's a book you hope someone buys for you? My answer is no books. Please don't buy me books. I have so many books. Don't buy me books. Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, no books, please. I think at this point, I have too many books. It's funny because when I started this channel, I am Girl About Library. I still feel like that's an accurate representation of who I am. Like I love the library. It is the first place I think of when I think of books. Like it's my go-to. Since joining BookTube and also just getting older, I think, and like having a place where I can keep books and not feeling like I'm constantly moving, and you know, I have allowed myself like to accumulate more books, and I just don't want any more right now. I need a 24-hour readathon. That's what I want. That's like a bookish themed thing that I want. But not like I'm hosting a 24-hour readathon. What I want is like 24 hours, maybe a hotel room is involved, like a little getaway where I can just read. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm responsible for. I'll Postmate all of my food. It's like reading and bathroom breaks. That's it. I mean, I might need to make that happen. That sounds really nice. Question number 4. What is a book or series you've given up on? Mortal Instruments. Sorry. I read the first one. I didn't hate it. I gave it 3 stars, I think, which is my kind of like, this is okay. I didn't love it, but it's okay. But the idea to me, like hurts my soul to imagine reading 6 more books like that. I can't. There's no way. Fantasy readers, can we just for a second, like fantasy readers to me, love them. Love you guys. So many friends, and I love them. But you guys are just like you guys are just a little bit intense for me. And every time I hear about a fantasy series, because I tend to hear about them like once a series is complete or there's like a good chunk of the books out, because I'm not on the cutting edge of that stuff. And it's always like,
there are 14 books in the series, and they're all 900 pages, except for the last one, and that one's 1,200.
That is a reading slump for me, for sure. Give me a book that is 800 pages long, knowing that I have 7 more that are going to be that long. You won't hear from me again for like 4 months. Like, I do not like that for me. That would be so, so bad. Question number 5. Who's a character you wish an author would give more time to? I loved Lily and the Octopus. I made Brittany Fiasco read this in our book swap. That's the closest I've ever gotten actually to giving a book as a gift. And that was fun, so I don't know. Lily and the Octopus by Stephen Rowley is amazing. It's so much more than just a dog book. Check it out. Stephen Rowley is one of my favorite authors because of this book. And he has another book coming out, but it doesn't feature these same characters because of course not. It's one of my most anticipated reads of 2019. I cannot wait for that book to come out because I just love Stephen Rowley's writing style. But if he made a follow-up to Lily and the Octopus, I would not be mad about it. I would be so excited. Another example, because I went on Goodreads, like I said, for these questions and really dug deep in, they both die at the end. I gave the book 2 stars. I really didn't like it. I'm sorry. But there was this secondary plot line that followed 2 different characters, and I felt like their voices were so much more authentic than the like teen voices that he tried to create. I wish he had worked some of the diversity that he had in those characters into the adult characters that he was writing. I think that book would have been like 4 out of 5 stars for me if it had focused on those voices, because the fake teen voices weren't doing it for me. Number 6, who is a character you wish an author would give less time to? I looked so hard, you guys, on Goodreads, and I don't have an answer for this question. Character problems just like aren't my hill. If I don't like a character, usually it's like the main character, and I just didn't like the book. Question number 7, if you had to give up almost all of your books, which ones would you keep? I have some signed copies, like Lily and the Octopus is signed, my Turtles All the Way Down is signed, and my Oliphant is signed. But the thing is, like, it's so much more than the fact that they're signed. It's about like the experience. So Eleanor Oliphant, getting to go and meet Gail Honeyman after falling in love with this book and this character and like the message in it was such a fun day. I met someone else in the city who also loves books, and that was fun. And it was just like, it's just one of those like golden days that you remember, you know? Turtle All the Way Down. I looked forward to this book for months, and I don't usually do that. I know he's not everybody's favorite, but I unapologetically love this book. I remember how excited I was and how much I loved this book and how it was like everything I hoped that it would be, even though I was incredibly concerned going into reading it that I was going to hate it. I didn't, and so I don't want to forget that. I went to a used bookstore and just like happened to look, like, this is how random. Okay, wasn't planning on going to a used bookstore that day. Didn't need a copy of this book, but went anyway, looked anyway, and there was a signed copy just hanging out there. It was meant to be. And so it's like, it's not even the book, it's the experience of having it. I don't know, is any of this making sense? More coffee. Question number 8. What's the best book or bookish thing you've ever been given? I have 2, but I gave them both to myself, so that welcome to being an adult at Christmas. Number 1 is my Kindle, which I've had for 3 years now, 4 years. Works like a charm. It's like it's brand new, and I think I got it for like $30 to $40 on Amazon. And if you don't have a Kindle Fire, make it happen. It changed my life as a reader. It like totally liberated me as a new mom to be able to like have a book that was light, that I could bring with me anywhere. Sometimes you need a night light. You need a book light. And this is my absolute favorite book light. It's amazing. So this book light isn't powered by batteries. It's powered by it's powered by an internal battery, but like, you know what I mean. It's powered by a micro USB cable that you plug into it, and it lasts forever. It clips on really well, like it's tight on there, and there's 3 different light strengths. I've never had a battery when I needed batteries, and so it's so nice to not have to worry about carrying extra batteries. I can just charge it, and you get a good amount of warning, like it'll start to fade a little bit, and you can tell. You plug it in, charge it, the next day, brand new. It's great. I'll have links down below to both of them, but yeah, this book light is the best. Number 9. Oh my god, you guys have no idea how much time I tried. Probably half an hour on Goodreads trying to find an answer to this question. Number 9. What's a book someone gave you that you wish you could give right back? It's been a long time since I've gotten a book as a gift. People in my life know that I love to read, but they don't tend to give me books, and if they do, I don't think of it as like, I want to get rid of this. Like, I don't know, that hasn't been my experience. This isn't a book that I've been given, but it's a book that I hear about a lot or is recommended to me a lot, and I just want to be like, no. And that is Girl, Wash Your Face by Rachel something. Hollis? This is, especially amongst like moms, a very commonly discussed book, and I love that other people love this. It just comes up a lot socially. Like if I'm with a group of moms and they're talking about books, or they find out that I like to read, they always ask me, invariably, a mom will ask me if I've read this book. And I want to stay positive and encouraging and say good things, but I don't have anything good to say about this book. I got 2 chapters into it and had to put it down. Like I didn't like it at all. And it's so hard because it's not personal. Like I said, I love that they love it, and I think that it's fine that they do, but I didn't, and I just have a hard time like engaging in that conversation. Question number 10, name a time in a book that a character was given something really meaningful. Again, I spent more time than I want to admit on Goodreads trying to find an answer to this question. I couldn't, and so we have a little bit of a reach here. It's a reach, but we're gonna go with it. This book follows a woman named Eleanor. Something traumatic happened to her as a child, and when you start the book, you're not really sure what that is, but you can definitely tell. She is socially awkward. She doesn't quite understand social cues. When the author, Gail Honeyman, wrote her, she didn't mean for her to be autistic, but she does have some of those qualities. Like I can see how readers think that she is, or she might be on that spectrum. The book follows Eleanor as she tries to break out of her shell. She tries to make these social connections that we all see as being really important, but she is making them for the first time in her life, and so she doesn't quite get it yet. Eleanor isn't given anything in this book, like in terms of a gift that is like a physical thing, but she is given help and care and consideration, which is something that she's never experienced before in her life. Growing up, she was raised by a foster family, and as an adult, she lives a very solitary life. She goes to work, she comes home, she doesn't see or talk to anyone from Friday night until Monday morning, and then she like repeats that loop again forever. But in the book, the author shows just how much of an impact caring for someone and connecting with them can mean to that person who is seeking that out. This book made me cry because I think it really forces you to recognize all of the times when you could have been that for someone else, and all of the different ways that you still can be. It's really good. You should read it. Pick it up. Pick it up. All right, guys, that is it. That is the BookTube giving tag. Thank you so much, Elliot, for tagging me in this, and I am about to tag a bunch of people down below as well. If you aren't tagged, just mentally add yourself to this list and do this tag. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more bookish content. Thank you so much for reading and watching this video. Have a great day.